guys, it's Heather from Kell of a Plan. I'm here today setting up for March in my Happy Planner Teacher Planner. This is a monthly prep video. It isn't a teacher planner, but I think that there's some things that you can take from it and use in your regular planner as well. So I hope that the fact that it's a teacher planner doesn't deter you from watching, because I think there's some things you can still take with you. So, as I said, this is March in my teacher planner, so I'm going to be prepping the monthly view and also the current view. So I'm going to start with the monthly pages. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of my planner because I think it's easier to plan when they're not on the disc. That's the great part about having a disc-bound system, is taking them out. Now, as you can see, I pre-plan using sticky notes. There's tons of sticky notes all over this page. So I pre-plan using sticky notes. And as I'm filling in and decorating this week, then I will be peeling those sticky notes off. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to notate spring break, because I'm a teacher and spring break is in March. So I'm going to go ahead and use this washi tape. This is from the Botanical Gardens pack of washi that came out last, I think, March, maybe February. So I'm going to be using this. Normally I cut my washi with a gift card, but I have seemed to misplace my gift card. So I'm just using scissors today. So I'm gonna, as I plan, I will peel off the sticky notes. So I'm notating spring break here with the washi, just to kind of show that we have that time off. And we actually kind of have an extra long spring break this year, because the Friday before and the Monday after are weather days, and we didn't use those days. So we actually have like a week and a half off for spring break, which is really nice. So this washi is going to continue up on the week before. And then it's also going to continue down here. So it's a big chunk of March. I won't even be at work, but I want to notate that on this planner since this is my work planner. Okay. So, I kind of know off the top of my head that I want to do like pinks and greens, kind of based off this floral. I think the floral kind of matched with the green already on the page, so I'm going to tie in some pinks and greens, maybe some yellows, into this spread, because I think it'll be really cute. So, I know right off the bat that I'm going to want to use my alphabet book. So I'm going to flip to the green letters. And let's see if I have enough letters to spell out spring break. I think I do, so I'm going to use these letters to spell out spring break. And I'm just going to line it up with the top of the washi. Last time I did this on a live feed, and there was lots of really good tips for how to line up your letters. Some people said they put them like on the edge of a ruler, and then they press down when they're ready so that it's lined up. Some people said they put it like on wax paper so that it's lined up. Those are all great ideas. I think I'm a little too impatient, and I just like to stick them down and move on. It doesn't bother me that much if they're a little crooked. But if that bothers you, then there's tons of ideas out there for how to line them up perfectly. So I'm going to put spring over there, and then I'm going to put break over here, just to kind of break it up a little bit. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm a teacher, and spring break is one of the highlights of the year. Don't get me wrong, I love my job, I love my students, I love my school, but spring break is just a great time to kind of revamp, and I have a lot of plans for things that I want to get done over spring break, especially regarding some planning stuff that I have in the works. And so those days off are just really going to give me time to really knock some of that out. So I'm excited about that. Okay, there we go. So I think I'm going to try something a little bit different this month. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. I'm going to peel this washi off. And I'm going to use my paper trimmer to trim some washi down to a thinner width. So there's a lot of things this month. Like March is a crazy month in schools. So like, for example, on this day, the 27th, we have PLCs. So I'm going to peel these off, and it looks like grades are due that day. That's a lot. I'm going to peel these off. I'm going to put just a thin strip of washi. I wanted it to be thinner than the washi that I used for spring break because I really wanted spring break to stand out. But I also wanted to use this matching washi to notate other things. So here I have the little notating, and then I'm going to use my letters to spell out PLC. That may be too much though. Now that I'm looking at it, I think it may be too much to use the exact same washi. So I'm going to nix that idea of using the same washi because I think that it's just too much. But I'm going to go with this thin washi. I got this at Michael's, but it's got colors that kind of coordinate. So instead, I'm going to use these coordinating colors and notate it that way. That looks a lot better. And then on these 2 days, we have STAR, which is the state assessment. I don't know what's wrong with my fingers today. Either these sticky notes are super sticky or my fingers are not working. I'm going to use the yellow because there's some yellow in that washi. And I'm going to line it up with the pink. That looks cute. Now I'm going to go to my pink letters. And let's see, S-T-A-A-R. Okay, so there's enough. So I'm going to put it on the washi, which I may move those PLC letters up too because I kind of like how this looks. S-T A R. That's cute. Then I'm going to use, and I'm going to write here what test is which day. So 4th grade has writing. And 5th grade has math. And then over here, fifth grade has reading. That's cute. Now I wonder if I peel up these PLC letters and put them oops. Come on, Heather. There. That looks cute. I actually really like that. So then here for swag, I'm gonna go with, I'm trying to look at colors that are, I think this is kind of reddish. March is gonna be a busy month. Let's see if I have any black. SWAG. no G's. S, I'm here looking, no W's. You know what though, I have another alphabet book. Let me grab it real fast. I have one in my work bag and one at my desk here. And most of the time my work bag's at work, but I brought it home since I'm working on this video today. Okay, so here's my other one. Let's see if it has black. Nope. Shoot. Okay. What about in this font? S-W-A-G. Okay, so we're just gonna mix up the font. Which I'm sure some of you are asking, what in the world is SWAG? It stands for 6 Weeks at a Glance. It's basically when the curriculum writers, which I'm a curriculum writer, we show the teachers what's going to be taught in the next 6 weeks. 6 Weeks at a Glance, that's what SWAG stands for. Okay. So like here, I'm going to add in I'm actually not gonna, I'm gonna grab my teacher book. Because these boxes fit perfectly. And I'm gonna add this here. And I'm gonna write vertical team meeting. That's cute. I kind of like how that blocks it off. Okay, I'm gonna put another one of those over here on the 6th. And I'm gonna use blue this time to kind of just tie in some more colors. And I wonder if there's a sticker in here that says this week. I don't think there is. So instead I'm going to grab this one. It says top priority. I'm going to grab my pink pen. And I'm going to put verify. Pass writing, which is another fun thing that happens the week or the month of March in schools. It's like I'm so excited about spring break, but like there's so much that has to be done before we go on spring break. It's crazy. Okay. Okay, we have a faculty meeting on this day. So I think I'm going to go back to this look over here and tie in some of this washi look up top. Just so that it doesn't look like, you know, just random stuff down there on the bottom. Because we need it up here too. Okay, so then I'm going to go, let's see if I have the black letters again to tie those in. S-T-A-F-F, okay. So I'm going to just put S. T. A I almost wish that these alphabet books had like a whole page of each letter. And then like a whole page of A's. I guess there'd be pages like the X's that would never get used, but so then I'm just gonna write in meeting because I don't want to use letters for that too. Okay. I feel like this washi is like really throwing me off a little bit because I don't use washi like a whole lot. All right, so we have open house on that Thursday. So I'm gonna look in my teacher book because I think, yes, we have an open house sticker. So I'm gonna add that there, which I don't remember what time open house is, but I can look that up and add it. And then I also have curriculum writing that day, so I'm going to go and grab some of this yellow washi. I feel like my nails have gotten like long enough to where I can't really use them. But I can use them to tear washi, so that works for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the pink letters again and spell out, curriculum's obviously a really long word, so I sometimes shorten it to just curric, because I know what it means, and it's my planner, so as long as I know what it means, it doesn't matter. So with my monthly spread, I really, especially for work, I use it as a monthly overview so that I can just look at it and kind of know what days am I on campus, what days am I off campus. And it's just a really good, easy way for me to just look and see my whole month at a glance. There are obviously tons of ways you could use your monthly. This is just one of them. Okay, I have one more thing that I need to put, and that's this coaching meeting here. So I'm gonna go back to my teacher planner, and I'd love to put another block sticker, if there is one. So remember, coaching at 1 o'clock p.m. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I have taken all of those crazy sticky notes and put it in pen. One reason that I wait to put it in pen until right before the month starts is because just a lot of my job changes, and I don't want to put it in pen and then have it change, because I think that is annoying. I am going to add a checklist over here. I'm going to tie in that yellow. This is going to be like monthly important things to get done. I really like this one that says be productive. I think that's a good reminder for the month. So be productive. And then I'm going to go to the quote book, and I'm going to add a fun little quote down here. Just because I think it's important. Oh no, please come up, please come up. Oh, yikes. I like to have fun quotes to push me through. So that's a fun reminder to be positive. I'm just flipping through here now to make sure that that's all I want. Okay, so that's it. back into my planner. So that's the monthly spread, and next I will do the currently page. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the currently page for March. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. I'm going to set this aside. So one thing that I like, I don't have my own class anymore because I'm an instructional specialist, so I don't have my own students. So instead of writing out student birthdays, I usually just put a pocket page card here that matches. So since this is green and then the divider for this month is green and blue, I thought this card matched pretty well. So let me stick this washi down for a second. I'm gonna grab a tape runner. I'm just gonna, sorry, there was a hair. I'm just gonna run this along like that. Stick that just like that. And then I grabbed this green washi tape. I'm just gonna lay that down there and lay it down here as well. Okay, so I do kind of like to look at my monthly at a glance when I do my events over here. I'm shedding like crazy. There's hair everywhere. So I'm gonna go here. I hope there's some blue letters. Yeah, these are kind of bluish. So we have a coaching meeting on the 1st. We have curriculum writing on the 2nd. And open house on the 2nd. We have spring break the 10th through the 20th. I'm actually going to put that. And then it's probably good. I'm gonna grab this. I could obviously put a lot of things here, but I'm just kind of putting the important things. I'm just writing out, this is a Papermate Flare pen in lime green. I love to use the grid that's on this page to help me line up my letters. And the second I'm going to put open house instead of curriculum writing because that's a little more important. And then the 10th through the 20th, I'm going to put spring. Break. Which one fun thing, little lettering tip for you, that I like to write it like normal with normal cursive and then take my Papermate Flare and go back and bold the downstrokes. And it kind of makes it like a fake, it's not brush lettering because it's not a brush pen, but it kind of makes it, it gives you that look without the hard work of brush lettering. So it's just a little trick to kind of make your lettering look a little cuter. Okay, spring break. All right, then for the top 5 tasks, I like to write in, you know, obviously the top 5 tasks. So I'm gonna use this blue dual brush tip. I'm gonna use the marker end and write those here. So one task is verify TELPAS for 4th grade. Another thing I'm going to have in March is iPads in K2. That's going to be a real big push for me in March. Obviously, I'm going to be pulling STAR small groups. It's going to be a big task. I need coaching homework. I'm going to have to make sure I get my coaching homework done. And then I'm going to put in here, enjoy spring break. Don't work over spring break. That's a big task. All right, so I'm already pretty much done with this currently page. Holidays, there's not, I guess St. Patrick's Day. What day is St. Patrick's Day? The 17th. So I'm going to go to the green. Let's tie in some green. St. Patrick's Day is during my spring break this year, so that'll be fun. Usually our spring break lately has been the week before it is now, so I'm glad that they pushed it back a week because it was way too early last year. And we haven't had St. Patrick's Day off in a couple of years either. So that'll be fun. All right, and so then one of my focuses of the month, I'm gonna use the brush side, and I'm gonna put iPads. And I'm going to flip over in K2. Okay, so my last thing is in the monthly goal section. I usually just put quote stickers that kind of have like good goals for the month on the quote. So like this one says, live it up. That would be a good goal for the month since it's spring break. I want to live it up, have fun. I really like this one that says, be the very best version of you. That's a pretty good goal for a month. And it matches that blue. So then I kind of need maybe one more. So I'm just flipping through here. This is the quote book, so it's kind of the first place I start, because it usually has pretty good quotes. And again, I try to find a quote that like tells you to do something so that it can be considered a goal. Like this is telling me this, it's like almost a command. But sometimes it's kind of tricky because you want to stick with your color scheme. Here we go. Those that make the best use of their time have none to spare. So that could be kind of telling me to make the most of my time. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's all I do to set up my currently page. So then I'm just gonna pull my planner back over here. And that's it. I hope that this monthly prep video, even though it's a teacher planner, I hope that it helped you maybe figure out how you want to prep for your March or your monthlies, because it is a teacher planner, but you can transfer a lot of this to a regular planner too. So here's the currently page, here's the monthly page. Hope that helped. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and happy planning.